So this is the new travel dulcimer I've just completed, named her Mini Minstrel 2. It has what I call a sidewinder orientation, where the tuning pegs are on the side, strings come down the fretboard, wrap around the end, and pass back into the body and meet the tuning pegs at the bottom. So the advantage of this is that there's no pegboard that can get banged around during travel, and it's also short, only 24 inches. So it's ideally suited to travel. So how did this travel dulcimer come about? Well, I had this idea for making a dulcimer with these tuning pegs on the side like this. And about 6 months ago, I went ahead and built a prototype. I wasn't sure if it would work, so I didn't want to spend a lot of money. So believe it or not, I made it out of pallet wood with some oak from Home Depot. Anyway, I've been playing it for about 6 months. It's fun to play. And I took it on a trip, seemed robust enough, so I decided to make a nicer version. So this is the new version, second generation travel dulcimer Mini Minstrel 2. Instead of pallet wood, I use cherry throughout, except for the fretboard, which is made of black walnut. The joints are mitered instead of box joints. The length is the same as the prototype, 24 inches, but the scale length is 2 inches longer, which spaces the frets out some, makes it easier to play. Also, I only have 3 strings on it. I noticed that I played it exclusively finger picking, and you really don't need that 4th string if you're doing finger picking. So I just left it off. Those are the cosmetic differences. A more subtle difference is the way the holes are drilled into the body. The previous version, the holes were drilled straight down. Now the holes were drilled at an angle so that the string aims at the tuning peg. What that does is it cuts down a lot on the friction that happens in the various fittings here. And it makes it a little bit easier to tune. There is some hysteresis in the tuning, particularly on this first string. You have to be a little bit patient with it, but overall it's a lot easier to tune than the prototype. Anyway, maybe you're curious about how it sounds compared to the prototype. I'll play them side by side now, but I do want to note that it's not a true head-to-head comparison because I've got them tuned differently. The prototype's tuned a bit higher. But anyway, it'll give you an idea how they sound. So here's the new one. Here's the prototype. So I don't know how well you could tell from the audio, but the new Dulcimer has a much warmer sound than the prototype. Has a lot better sustain too, although it is quieter. Prototype has a very punchy sound, very little sustain, almost characteristic of a banjo, which may give it some application for me down the line, so I'll probably hold on to it. Anyway, that's the story of my new second generation travel dulcimer, Mini Minstrel 2. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks as always for watching. I'll see you next time.